But I'm glad we're playing. We're not sometimes people. I mean, there are words that so there's always going to be some percentage of writers.
I like that.
That is actually done a lot. 90% of us are responsible for getting us to traverse that intersection. So, but let's check the city engineer. But the answer is actually was that it should have been sufficient. And maybe it was something for.
It's good.
Right, and in terms of our rules,
I might just drive them there. Hey. Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's fun to learn about all these things, isn't it?
Way better than the rest of it.
Can you show up? Oh, yeah. You know my husband. So it's obviously.
Long. Oh, that is
We will now call the meeting to order. For order, please take your seats. We'll have a city town clerk take the roll.
Present. Present.
Here.
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 Here. Here. Here. Here. Here.
Present.
Here. Fuller. Edwards. Eyebrow. Streeter.
Present.
Wilson.
Here.
Myers. Here. Hamilton.
Present.
Marshall.
Here.
Mark.
Here.
Willow.
Here.
Hogan.
Here.
Wingate.
Present.
Here. A quorum has been established. We'll now have the line item in order for order. And I would like to go to the record that everything was has joined us.
Thank you. You can all be seated. I wanted to reflect on what we do as leaders in our community. And the best way to find yourself in the is to lose yourself in service of others. Mahatma Gandhi said that. So I want to talk about leadership. Leadership reimagined is the power of service, integrity, and purpose. Leadership is more than a title or a position of authority. It is a profound form of service. When you step into the role as a leader, you are choosing to prioritize the needs of others above your own. True leadership transcends power or control. It also is making the difference, inspiring growth, creating a positive impact in the lives of those you serve. As a leader, you are entrusted with the opportunity to guide, uplift, and empower others for a greater purpose. This is not just responsibility, it is a privilege. When we talk about leadership as service, we highlight the moral, ethical dimensions of being a leader. You are called to lead with integrity, humility, and compassion. It's not about personal gain or banking on the limelight. It is about fostering a culture where others can thrive. Imagine the ripple effect you can create when your actions inspire. When they inspire trust, your words motivate progress, and your vision ignites and shares a sense of purpose. That's the power of a servant leadership, and it starts with you. Servant leadership is not just about philosophy, it's a way of life. It challenges you to see leadership in an act of giving, of placing others before yourself. This doesn't mean neglecting your own needs or aspirations or aligning them for the greater good, but focusing on empowering others and create dynamic where people feel valued, heard, and supported. You are not just managing tasks, you are nurturing potential, fostering growth, and shaping a future where everyone wins. Great leaders understand that leadership is a journey, not a destination. Every day offers you the opportunity to inspire someone, to encourage innovation, and to help those believe in their abilities. When you lead with a service-oriented mindset, you cultivate trust, loyalty, not through commands, but through the actions and example. This approach aligns with the transformational leadership, motivating people to exceed expectations, dream bigger, and achieve more than they thought possible. No matter your field, whether you're in business, education, politics, or social advocacy, you have the power to make a difference. Your leadership has the potential to transform not just individuals, but entire communities. When you embrace the mindset of service, you tap into the leadership style that is both ethical and impractical. You become, both ethical and impactful. You become a source of hope, a catalyst for change, and a beacon of light for those looking for your guidance. Take a moment to reflect on your own motivation as a leader. Are you leading for personal acclaim, or are you driven by the desire to uplift and empower others? It's a question worth asking because true leadership isn't static. It is an active, ongoing practice. By choosing to lead with humility and service, you're choosing to be a force for good in the world. The choice is both powerful and transformative. Leadership is service is about making actions count. It's about waking up every day with the intention to inspire, to serve, and to create lasting impact. Remember, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about caring for those you are charged with leading. So let's commit to be kind, the kind of leaders who elevate others, who inspire greatness, and who leave the world better than we found it. Together we can redefine what it means to lead, making service the cornerstone of true leadership. Leadership is not about titles, power, or recognition. It's about the impact you create by serving others. True leadership begins with you. Realize that your purpose is not to dominate, but to uplift, not to take, but to give. Imagine the legacy you can leave when your focus shifts from what's in it for me, but how can I make a difference for them? Leadership is a service of opportunity to lead with heart, integrity, and vision. Every time you empower someone, inspire a team, or guide someone toward their full potential, you're embodying the highest form of leadership. You're not just leading, you're transforming lives. Today, I challenge you to reflect on why you lead. Is it for your recognition? Is it to ignite the greatness in others? True leaders know that their strength lies not in commanding, but in caring. Not in self-importance, but in selflessness. Each day is a chance to make someone else's journey better, to inspire action, to create a ripple effect of positive change. You have the power to lead with purpose, with passion, and with humility. So step up, not for yourself, but in the people looking to you for guidance. Let your leadership be the light that inspires others to shine. Thank you.
I would like to move for the record that order from Ward 1 has joined us, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President, and good evening. I move approval of the journal of February 2025 Board of Alderman meeting.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Are there any corrections to the journal? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. On unanimous consent, I ask you to see item number 1 from tax collector order of tax refunds, February 18, 2025.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Mr. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask unanimous consent on items 2 and 3, 2 from the Director of Transportation, Traffic and Parking, submitting an order authorizing the mayor to sign a project authorization letter, PAL, highway transfer letter, section 4F, concurrence letter, and any subsequent amendments related to the Connecticut Department of Transportation project number 92-681, which includes safety, capacity, and operational improvements at the intersection of Route 745 Kimberly Avenue, Route 10, LNT Russell Boulevard.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Mr. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Action unanimous consent item number 3 from the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer submitting a resolution authorizing Mayor Justin Elicker to accept an open space grant of up to $70,000 from the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, D, for improvements to community gardens and preserves managed by Alders Haven Incorporated, and to execute any required related documents.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Mr. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion, seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Action unanimous consent item number 4, order concerning real property taxes of I Cortez, motor vehicle tax account 759160. 5, order concerning real property taxes of Leandera Crandall, motor vehicle tax account 61817. 6, order concerning real property taxes of Marquetta Darton, motor vehicle tax accounts 820866. 693-284, 744-595, 744-596, 759-525, and 759-526. 7, order concerning real property taxes of Rosemary De Jesus, motor vehicle tax account 727456. 8, order concerning real property taxes of Christian and Edwards, motor vehicle tax accounts 953-256, 65236, and 65587. 9, order concerning real property taxes of Angelo Floyd on motor vehicle tax account 96850. 10, order concerning real property taxes of Matthew McLean on motor vehicle tax account 82164. 11, order concerning real property taxes of Salamatu Mohammed on motor vehicle tax accounts 85539 and 85449. Did I say that all right? Last one is 85449. 12, ordinance to real property taxes of the Borough of Murphy on motor vehicle tax account 86807. 13, ordinance to real property taxes of Cairo Gaskin on motor vehicle tax accounts 699702 and 70193. 14, ordinance to real property taxes of the Salmon motor vehicle tax account 97671. 15, ordinance to real property taxes of Jose Santana, motor vehicle tax account 95784. And 16, ordinance to real property taxes of Philippe Shabazz on motor vehicle tax accounts 96956, 96957, 96971, and 99235.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move these items.
Second.
The items have been moved in second discussion. I call on order from Ward 16.
Good evening, Madam President, and thank you. These are 13 residents that would like to pay the taxes in full, bringing us to $5,022.06. I urge that these items be approved and that the taxes and fees be forgiven. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. On communications, I note items 17 through 20. Under first readings, I note items 21 through 23. Under second readings, I move items 24, A through J. Automatic affairs favorable. Item A, order of the New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the appointment of Daniel Juarez to the Board of Education. B, order of the New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the appointment of Kenneth Espinari to the Youth Commission. C, order of the New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the reappointment of Iris Kaminsky to the Environmental Advisory Council. D, Board of New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the reappointment of Isaiah Saranda to the Board of Police Commissioners. E, Board of New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the reappointment of John R. Logan to the New Haven Solid Waste and Recycling Authority Board of Directors. F, Board of New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the reappointment of Gina Hawkins to the Civilian Review Board as the New Hawkville East Rock representative. G, Board of New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the reappointment of Kelsey Steele to the Board of Fire Commissioners. H, order of the New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the reappointment of Jeanette Sykes to the Board of Library Directors. I, Board of New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the reappointment of Millie Reno to the Peace Commission. And J, order of the New Haven Board of Aldermen approving the reappointment of Roberto Izzati to the Peace Commission.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. I call on order from Ward 13.
Thank you, Madam President. On Monday, January 27th, the Organized Affairs Committee met, and we would like to favorably recommend these appointees. The appointees who will require attendance to the meeting and solely support the committee enthusiastically of serving the city. The committee favorably recommends these appointees. I urge my colleagues to support them too. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 25, automatic affairs leave to withdraw. Order of the Board of Aldermen granting leave to withdraw to the communications to approve the appointment of George Lee to the Emergency Management Advisory Council.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion on the leave to withdraw only. I call on order from Ward 13.
Thank you, Madam President. On Monday, January 27th, 2025, the Organizing Committee met and recommended the need to withdraw to this item. Unfortunately, Mr. Keith has to leave the meeting early. There is not enough time for the committee to hear this appointment before the next committee meeting. Therefore, I recommend, and it's going to be resubmitted. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion on the leave to withdraw only? Seeing none, all in favor of giving this item leave to withdraw say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item is withdrawn. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 26, A and B, community development favorable. A, order to ratify the Affordable Housing Commission's annual report and recommendations for the current 2024 through 2025 fiscal year. B, resolution of the New Haven Board of Alders authorizing the city of New Haven to apply for and accept developer subsidy in an amount not to exceed $3 million from the State of Connecticut Department of Housing Developer Subsidy Initiative for homeowner or for home ownership projects for the Star Winchester Home Ownership Project.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. I call on order from Ward 6.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, January 28th, the Community Development Committee met and we voted to favorably recommend the application and acceptance of a developer subsidy in the amount not to exceed $3 million for the Star Winchester Home Ownership Project. We heard from the city's Economic Development Office who shared that the state of Connecticut Department of Housing is making grants available from the DOH Developer Subsidy Initiative for Homeownership under the state bond funds authorized for the Housing Trust Fund program to stimulate development of new home ownership units that are affordable to low and middle income households. This $3 million grant request aims to assist as a subsidy to the development of 15 home ownership units and 4 rental units located on several properties on Star Street to assist in the affordable housing production within our community. Within the community. The city recognizes that housing and home ownership affordability is crucial for its residents' well-being and the overall economic health of the community, and that the production of new housing units, particularly affordable units, is a key strategy for addressing this need. We support that the approval of applying and accepting this developer subsidy in the amount of $3 million from the Department of Housing and ask for the full board support as well. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes. Majority leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 27, Health and Human Services favorable. Order authorizing the mayor of the city of New Haven to apply for and accept the grant funding for the U.S. Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration Children's Mental Health Initiative to fund a system of care for youth experiencing serious emotional disturbances and at risk for developing psychosis, and to execute all documents and contracts as necessary in partnership with the Crime Psychosis Risk Clinic at Yale University.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. I call on order from Ward 7.
Thank you, Madam President. On Thursday, January 23rd, 2025, the Health and Human Services Committee met. We voted to favorably recommend this approval to apply and accept grant funding from the U.S. Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration Children's Mental Health Initiative to fund the system of care for youth experiencing serious emotional disturbances and at risk for developing psychosis, and to execute all documents and contracts as necessary in partnership with the Crime Psychosis Risk Clinic at Yale University. We heard from the Department of Community Resilience. We shared the goal of securing this funding in the amount of up to $1 million per year for up to 4 years. This funding is critical to efforts aimed at improving youth mental health services in New Haven. The work will be in collaboration with the Yale University Crime Psychosis Risk Clinic to create a network of non-clinical and clinical partners in the New Haven area to reach youth at risk for developing psychosis. The department will work closely with faith-based organizations, schools, libraries, and other youth and parent-led groups in the community to ensure these efforts are accessible and effective. We support the approval of the application and acceptance of this grant and ask for the full board's support. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes. Majority leader.
Thank you, Madam President. We're going to pass over item 28, 29. I move item 29, tax payment favorable order concerning real property taxes of Gomez, aka Lane and Gomes, on his motor vehicle tax account 707-6485952, 85953, 70736, 70737, 70738, 70739, 85934, and 70997.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. I call on order from Ward 16.
Thank you, Madam President. Mr. Telmaz is a victim of identity fraud for the information that he provided. And some of the cars that were registered to his name were done so fraudulently. He reported this to the Department of Motor Vehicles and the Police Department, and he also has some cars that are no longer in his possession. The tax abatement listened to this item, and we voted to forgive the tax, interest, and fees for the cars that were registered in his name, and to forgive the interest in the cars that are no longer in his possession. I ask that you approve this recommendation. Thank you.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Board 26.
Thank you, President. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Madam President. I voted no at committee on this matter, and I'm going to continue with my objection on tonight. The petitioner was seeking relief on 9 tax bills, on both the tax and the interest. He stated in his application that these tax bills involved 4 cars that were fraudulently registered in his name. The committee passed the matter out of committee on the expectation that we would be receiving police reports to document this fraud. We were provided with police reports, and the reports do not substantiate what the petitioner said. The petitioner asserted that the taxes accrued were not his cars, because the cars were registered under his name fraudulently through identity theft. He did submit police reports that indicated identity theft, though what he submitted were portions of police reports, not police reports in their entirety, and the scattered pages were for multiple reports to multiple police departments in dates that did not match the dates of the cars, and they did not refer to the cars specifically that issued here. I would be more than willing to reconsider the abatement request at committee upon submission of documentation that properly substantiates the claim that the identity theft had to do with the cars and the cars were not his. At this point, I don't think we've seen sufficient evidence to establish the identity theft alleged, and I would, at this point, request a vote of no on this matter. I think it's important that we have proper documentation in order to provide the tax abatement relief sought, given how important taxes are to the functioning of our city, and given how much it means to all of us to pay our taxes properly. And I do request that we see substantial documentation before we approve this matter. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Ward 29.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam President. I was there that night as well in reference to trying to get to the bottom line of what this looked like in reference to, was it fraud, was it not fraud? I was trying to, how can I say it? You know, I aid Mr. Don Hayden, you know, gave us the paperwork that we used to pass this favorably. And, you know, we asked that the gentleman give us more documentation around the fraud, which he sent 2 pieces of paperwork around the fraud. But one key component that night that stuck out was some of these plates was like almost 2 years, right? And I think it's like the law, once the plates is like a year and a half or 2 years going by, we can't get the money from those plates. So it was more to it. It was like a it was confusion around what was actually happening, right? So I can't really sit up here and say that what we received is critical enough to say that we can't move this forward. But, you know, if we do anything, I think that perhaps we have a meeting and have Don Hayden involved in the process, simply because if some of these rules we don't know, right? Some of these rules we really just don't know, and we need more clarity on them. That's my position. If we want to have a meeting to try to figure it out, we need all the people there to figure it out right.
Are you in favor or not in favor?
No. I'm not going to be in favor on moving this forward unless we have, you know, a meeting with them to express what's right.
Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of the item? Say yes. Aye. Aye. Any opposed to the item? Say nay. Okay, say nay. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do this one more time with my listening ears. All in favor of the item, say yay.
Yay.
All opposed to the item, say nay.
Nay.
It seems like the nays have it, so the item failed. This majority leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item number 30, joint community development tax abatement favorable. Order the Board of Aldermen of the City of New Haven authorizing the City of New Haven to enter into a cooperation agreement with the Housing Authority of the City of New Haven, Glendower Group Incorporated, St. Louis Development Corporation, and St. Louis Glendower LLC regarding the redevelopment of 117 through 125 and 129 Willie Avenue, 10 through 12 Pickman Street, and 34 through 36 Jerry Street, including the tax abatement pursuant to section 28-4 of the New Haven Code of Ordinances.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. I call on order from Ward 6.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, January 28, 2025, the Joint Community Development Tax Abatement Committee met and we voted to favorably recommend authorization to enter into a cooperation agreement with the Housing Authority of the City of New Haven, Glendower Group, and St. Louis Development Corporation, and to enter into a memorandum of agreement concerning preservation of historical buildings affected by such development. We heard from the Housing Authority and Glendower Group, which have begun to implement plans to redevelop 117 to 125 and 129 Whaley Avenue, 10-12 Dickerman Street, and 34 Ferry Street. The Housing Authority of New Haven, Glendower Group Inc., St. Louis Development Corporation, and St. Louis Glendower LLC, collectively owners, respectively, have been selected to carry out the developments which involve the ownership, operation, management, construction, and maintenance, therefore, while preserving any potential historical buildings. We support the authorization of entering this cooperation memorandum agreement and ask for the full board support as well. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Ward 2.
Thank you, Madam President. My esteemed colleagues and respected community members, tonight I seek your support for a significant collaborative initiative that embodies our shared values of progress and community revitalization. This partnership, formed by the Housing Authority, New Haven, Glendower Group, Inc., St. Louis Development Corporation, and St. Louis Glendower LLC, is focused on the redevelopment of 117, 125, and 129 Whaley Avenue, 10 and 12 Dickerman Street, 34, 36 Ferry Street, excuse me, ultimately aimed at enhancing our beloved city. This initiative presents several key benefits, including expanding affordable housing options to ensure accessibility for all residents. I extend my deepest appreciation to Glendower Group Inc. and St. Louis Development Corporation for their commitment and vision in making this possible. Your approval of this agreement will not only endorse this specific redevelopment, but it will also set a precedent for future collaborations aimed at improving our city. Thank you for your attention and consideration. I urge you to support this. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Any abstentions, item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. I move this dispense section 24-1-A of the rules of the Board of Aldermen to be done further business.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Our unanimous consent ask you see items 31 through 36, 31 order concerning real property tax liability light bills, motor vehicle tax account 57217, 32 order concerning real property taxes of Chinye, and then Yudu, motor vehicle tax accounts 65438, 66422, and 83650. 33, order concerning real property taxes of Angel Garcia Cintron, motor vehicle tax account 69999. 34, order concerning real property taxes of Emerlinda Lopez, motor vehicle tax account 81375. 35, order concerning real property taxes of Christopher Rodilla, motor vehicle tax account 703297. 36, order concerning real property taxes of Vincent Fernandez Martinez, motor vehicle tax account 66618.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent, seeing none, Ms. Mitchell?
I move these items.
Second.
The items have been moved in second discussion. I call order for Ward 16.
Thank you, Madam President. These are 6 constituents that would like to pay the taxes in full in the amount of $6,731.37. They need, nevertheless, a little bit of assistance with their interest and the fees, and we can do that. They'll be able to proceed and pay their taxes after the funds for the items. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes. Mr. Rosita.
Thank you, Madam President. I move to close suspension of section 24-1-A of the rules of order of office and conduct of business.
Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And before a motion to adjourn is appropriate, I will take points of personal privilege. There are no points of personal privilege. A motion to it. You want a point of personal privilege? I call on order for Ward 16.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to invite everybody to information seminar meeting at 100 Crown Street. It's going to be on the 26th of February from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. All are welcome. It's going to be for the entire community, so if you'd like to attend, you would honor us with your presence. Again, 100 Crown Street, New Haven, Connecticut, 2nd floor. Thank you.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? Seeing none. A motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Item has been moved in second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? We are adjourned. Can I please see orders from Ward 27 and 16 at the podium, please? Can I please see order from Ward 26 at the podium, please?